Hi, welcome to Lesson 3. I hope everything's going well for everyone. I apologize in advance for this scratchy voice. I've been fighting a cold that won't seem to go away, so I will keep this short. First of all, I just want to thank you for your work with your blogs. I couldn't be more impressed. Really, I've been bragging about your work to my colleagues because I am very impressed with what you've done with your blogs. They are interesting, they're high quality, they're exactly the kind of blogs that I follow in real life, not just because you're my student. So thank you for your work with that, and I hope that you are as proud as I am of the work that you've done there. So thank you. This lesson is going to focus on using data and how we use that data well to plan for instruction with students and to think about how we share that data. As all of you know, we live in a time right now where we collect a lot of data about our students. This comes in a variety of formats, but the purpose always should be to meet the needs of all of the students in our classroom. And so you have two chapters that you'll be reading today that will, or this week, this lesson, that will talk about how we use that data to look at the needs of specific students, but also to look at broader needs of a group of students that we are working with, and then how we share that data with the children, with parents, with administrators, with other agencies that need that information, and how we again and again can remind ourselves that this data is important, but it has to be used for the right reasons. It has to be used to serve the purpose of increasing student achievement. This slide, this visual was just kind of hopefully to remind you of the variety of different types of data. In this case, more formal data that we collect about our students, and how sometimes while we have all of that data, we don't use it well, or we perhaps use it for the wrong reasons. We don't necessarily need to use that data to rank and sort students or classrooms or school districts, but that often happens as well. And so I just wanted a reminder that sometimes the data that we use or the data that we gather isn't always used in the most productive ways. So as a literacy leader, it's going to be an important part of your job to make sure that the data is being used well to again improve student learning. So what do you need to do for lesson 3? You need to watch this video so you can obviously check that off your to-do list. There are 2 chapters for you to read about assessment and using assessment to differentiate instruction, meet the needs of all learners, and how to best use assessment, again, to guide instruction. And then the assignments for this lesson are 2 blog posts. I have specific things I want you to address in blog post 3 and in blog post 4. And this is the only lesson where both of those are given to you, where you don't have one of those blog posts that's a choice. So blog post 3 is all about using data to inform teaching and learning, and how should we use the data that we get from assessments about our students to improve teaching and learning? How should we share that information with parents? How should teachers be using it? And what does this whole process look like when it's done well? And blog post 4 is the state and federal legislation analysis assignment. And so the assignment is all ready for you, and you just need to address those questions in the form of your blog post. And I think that this is a really important and very interesting activity for you to take part in, because what it has you do is look at the legislation from your state and from the federal level that guide the work that we do and what we're held responsible for. And as a literacy leader, you will be responsible for ensuring that you are following the guidelines that are put forth from the state and national level. And then just kind of a carryover from the last lesson is to continue to work on your year-long professional development plan. You have created the needs assessment, and now in the next 2 weeks you need to administer that assessment and do some analysis. What did you find out from that needs assessment? And then create your goals for the year-long professional development. And my recommendation is between 3 and 5 goals, just to kind of keep this at a manageable place. So that's it for lesson 3. I think you will find this lesson to be interesting and valuable, and I know that assessment is a hot topic, and using data is something that we hear about and read about all the time now. So I think that this is a really important thing for you to be thinking about and planning for as a literacy leader. I just want to end this by again saying how proud I am of the work that you're doing, and I really do view you as literacy leaders, and I'm so excited to read your blog posts, and I hope that you're finding that you're finding this to be something that is worthwhile and productive, and I hope that you're starting to see yourself as a literacy leader. So thank you for your hard work. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions about anything along the way. I'm happy to help.